Very soon, on 22nd of June, a grand UFC tournament will take place in Saudi Arabia. In the main fight of the main card, Chechen fighter Khamzat Chimaev will share the octagon with former champion Robert Whittaker. It would seem that everything is clear with this fight. Chimaev is a huge favorite, but there are some points in Whittaker's favor that will allow him to provide worthy competition and possibly disappoint all the experts. More details about everything later in our video. Please watch until the end. Hope it will be very interesting for you. The fight will take place in the middleweight category. In the UFC rankings for this division, Khamzat Chimaev is in 10th position, Robert Whittaker is in 3rd. However, the Chechen fighter is the favorite in bookmakers. The confrontation is given a special status by Dana White's words that the winner of the Whittaker Chimaev fight will become the next contender for the UFC middleweight champion belt. What do you think, guys? Can you trust Dana's words? And which couple would you like to see in a championship fight? Be sure to write your opinion in the comments. It'll be very interesting for me and others to read. Thank you so much. Khamzat Chimaev most often competes in the welterweight division, and on average he has only had 3 fights in the UFC, with John Phillips win by submission, with Gerald Mearshart won by knockout, and with Kamaru Usman won by decision judges. This guy has no defeats in his professional career yet, but the hype train, which reached maximum speed at the turn of 2020-2021, has gradually slowed down. It's all about the strengths of the opposition, which is increasing, and the victories are no longer so dominant. Over the past 2 years, Khamzat has had 2 fights with top fighters and experienced serious problems in each of them. The fight with Gilbert Burns took place mainly in a standing position, and surprisingly, Khamzat himself often avoided the ground on his feet. However, he was not entirely brilliant. He was knocked down twice and was significantly inferior in the number of blows thrown. Nevertheless, the judges gave him the victory, although if they had done it in favor of Burns, no one would have been particularly surprised. I rewatched this fight several times, and to be honest, I still have big doubts about the winner. In my opinion, Burns took this fight. Well, okay, the judges are professionals in their field, and I think they would not have made such a fatal mistake. In your opinion, please, Guy, tell me, who won this battle? Please be sure to write your opinion in the comments, compare them with the judge's decision, and prove that refereeing in professional sports is not perfect. The fight with Kamaru Usman also turned out to be very close, and this despite the fact that Usman jumped out on a very short notice and fought out of his weight. Chimaev won the first round due to the fight, but the second and third were very close and somehow unclear. One of the judges saw a draw, the other two gave the final victory to Khamzat. But Robert Whittaker will definitely be more dangerous than both Burns and Usman, and the fight is scheduled for 5 rounds, which may add even more difficulties to Khamzat Chimaev. Robert Whittaker became the middleweight champion in 2017. I'm sure you all remember his epic battles with Yoel Romero. 2 years later, he lost to Israel Adesanya, then won 5 victories and suffered 2 defeats. In his last fight, Robert dismantled Paulo Costa for parts but was unable to finish. Noting Robe's strengths, let's note his unsurpassed footwork and timing, with the help of which he regularly baffles hitting fighters. But if you have taken a closer look, you'll notice that he's been missing an unforgivable amount of hard shots lately. He's been rocked by Israel Adesanya and Dricus du Plessis. As for wrestling, we rarely see it performed by Whittaker. He himself provokes it infrequently. He doesn't look for submissions, but he defends himself well. So, can Whittaker spring a surprise? The sign for this fight is the most shocking. It's very difficult to imagine anything cooler. An undefeated superstar against an ex champion in his prime. And Joe Rogan is 1,000 times right when he called his confrontation madness. I think that in order to win, Whittaker needs to withstand the initial onslaught of Chimaev, and then he will find his game and stop the threat. And it is worth noting that Robert knows how to withstand the starting onslaught. He prefers to play with for the long haul, and he has already had to do this more than once and against the very top opponents. Therefore, the main problem for Khamzat will be the championship rounds, in which Whittaker has a ton of experience and Chimaev has none at all. Guys, sometimes it is very difficult for me to analyze such close fighters, so I need your help. In your opinion, who will win and how will this happen? Please write your opinion in the comments. It will be very interesting for me and others to read. Thank you. In the bookmakers, Khamzat Chimaev is a fairly big favorite, but I will make some assumption that everything here is far from so simple. Whittaker has not yet said his last word, has not said goodbye to his dreams of returning the belt, and is quite capable of preparing something that Greyhound has not yet encountered. I wish good luck to both fighters. Stay safe, stay tuned. Serious problems in each of them. Oh, oh, okay.